Hi, management class. This week we're talking about organizational culture. And wow, that's a big topic. And I'm guessing a lot of you have experienced it in your work situations because I read your discussion posts and I see what's going on with a lot of the building the organizational culture. So as a manager, and you come into something, that's what you want to do right off the bat. And people, when you come in, are going to be hesitant. They're going to be, just kind of, whatever. Or they're just going to, maybe just not even agree with anything. They're just going to be just problematic right off the bat. Well, whatever, you just have to do the best you can to create some kind of a culture. So as you create a culture, you have, in these many chapters we've read, so many strategies as you go into a situation, or if you're already in the situation and you go up to the management position. So I feel like, you want to have a good relationship. You don't need to be best friends with anybody, your worker, your coworkers. You just have to have a relationship. I won't necessarily even say good relationship, but some kind of a working relationship, because, some people it will be hard to work with, but you still have to find that way to work with them in some kind of a positive manner. Now, I'm not saying that happens all the time. My work group is fantastic, and we have all kinds of personalities, as I've seen, like I said, in your discussion posts with your work groups. So most people are there to do a job, and they want to do it well, and they do need guidance from the manager. So where everybody is on the same page. Boy, I bet you've heard that like a million times, right? But really, we want to be working for the same goals and understanding what the goals are. So these are all these things that you've covered. So the thing that's interesting about an organizational culture is you spend all this time building it up, and then boom, something happens and it's torn down just like that. Seriously, it's just crazy how it can go bad. And it could be just a misunderstanding. It could be something that wasn't, related to the work group. It can be anything. It could be like an email that didn't come off right, or sound right, or just in somebody's mind. So it can just be about anything that will disrupt the culture. And the problem with that is you have one person, and then that person will say something, and then you start getting that kind of a core group of the culture going wrong. So as you go through and you are thinking about management and what your philosophy is going to be as far as like the organizational culture, I would have to say it's something that is like a dog. You always have to take care of it. And sometimes it's going to have a problem. And most of the time it's going to be pretty good. It's going to be a great asset. So just always trying to be aware of what's going on and relating it to your work group. And, sometimes honesty is hard, and you just do the best you can to be honest. You certainly don't want to sugarcoat things or tell a fib or something like that, because then all that trust is gone. So my thought on it, if I don't know something, I don't know it. I don't say anything because I don't know. I'll try to find out. I might not still know, but at least make the effort to find out and say I don't know. And if you can't find out anything, you can't find out anything, because sometimes in management there's going to be things that the employees aren't supposed to be knowing yet. And those are things you're just going to have to keep under your hat, so to speak. And, it could be something that I'm not, privy to say anything yet, but just always thinking about what information you have and how you relate it to your group, and doing it in a positive way and in a helpful way, and keeping that culture. I would say you want it to be vibrant, comes to mind. You want it to be an active, interesting, a culture that will tell you and help you if there's something that is happening or something that might help. Because that's where most good ideas come from, is probably not from the management necessarily. It's from the worker below that's doing something and sees something that might help. So as you're thinking about these things, think about the managers you didn't like, which we don't want to be, and managers maybe you had that you liked, and then what your skills are. You can be a quiet person and not the type of person that's talking all the time like I am, and still get your message across. So there's all different ways to handle the organizational culture, but the best thing is to just always be honest and always provide information when you can. So everybody basically has that information that they can digest and move forward with. So anyway, have a great week, and we'll talk to you later.